This is the 12.9-inch iPad Pro. Today I'm gonna show you how I edit my photos in Lightroom. So this is the 12.9-inch iPad Pro with the M1 chip, and I've actually been using it to edit photos in Lightroom mobile app, and I've been absolutely loving it. So today I wanted to share with you guys how I edit my photos on it. I've got the Apple Pencil too, and I've been absolutely loving it. Editing with the Apple Pencil feels much more natural. There's such an analog feeling when dialing in the colors. It feels more like you're working on a painting than on a digital photo, especially compared to the PC where you're clicking on the mouse and it feels more like a 9 to 5. That's actually the last feeling I want to feel when I'm trying to be creative. Before we start though, let's talk about the drawbacks of editing on the iPad. The biggest drawback is you can't edit straight off of your SSD or your SD card. The Lightroom app, for whatever reason, won't let you do that. You have to import your files into Lightroom. So for this reason, I recommend you get an iPad with at least 256 gigs. I've got the 128 version, and let me tell you, the struggle has been real. One more thing before we start, I'll tell you how I usually edit my photos. I almost always start with a preset and then I start to edit the things that I feel like need to be changed. So let's get started with the first image. So this is the first image, and I actually want to start with the color. I think there's too much green and too much yellow in this photo, so we'll try to get rid of them and see how this looks. By holding down on the image with a pencil, you can see the before and then you see the after. I usually use that a lot. Now that we got rid of most of greens and yellows, let's work with a light. I'll raise the blacks because I think this would look good in this image. Get down the white point. Reduce the highlights a bit. Raise the shadows, so we get more of a cinematic look. Play a bit with the tone curve, maybe get like an S curve. Raise the shadows a bit. Play with the highlights. So far, this is what we got. I think it looks much better already. Add a bit of vibrance, decrease the saturation. Maybe add a bit of red to make the lips pop out a little more. And the iPad is actually really responsive. The M1 chip performs amazing. There's no lags, no stutter. The changes that I do apply instantly. Here's our before, and there's after. I think adding a bit of oranges to the shadows might look good. Just a tiny bit. And this is the image we got. Let's go to the next one. So the second image, we'll start with a preset. Let's start with this one. I think it needs a bit more color. So first we'll actually deepen the blacks. I don't like them raised that much. Add a bit of color. Decrease the saturation. Play a bit of a temperature. This is where we are so far. Here's the before. Here's the after. Maybe add a bit more color. A bit more reds. There's actually too much color, I think now. Let's decrease it a bit. And this is what we got. Let's go to the next image. Here we can start with the highlights. As you can see, the highlights are blown out. We'll just decrease them a bit. Again, we'll raise the blacks for a more cinematic look. Raise the shadows a bit. Lower the white point. Play with the tone curve a bit. Maybe raise the blacks a bit. I'll actually deepen them a bit. I think it looks better. Again, get rid of greens and yellows. I think these colors are actually quite distracting, so I almost always try to get rid of them depending on the image. In this picture we can add a bit of blues. This is where we are so far. Here's the before, and here's the after. To be honest, this image didn't need much color grading. The main problem of this photo were the blown out highlights. So we fixed that and the image looks much better. Actually, we can add a bit of reds to the shadow. And this is how it looks. We'll crop it a bit. And this is where we are. We'll try one more image, and in this image the highlights are blown out. Again, we'll just copy the settings from the last image and see how fast the iPad actually does that. It's almost instant. It's the same as on PC. The Lightroom mobile app has almost every setting the PC Lightroom version has. There's a few things missing, but I don't think it's a big problem. Everything you've got here is actually more than enough to edit a photo. As you can see, we've got a wonderful image. Here's the before, here's the after. Actually, we might add a bit of grain to it. Let's see how that looks. Maybe not so much. And this is where we are. I think it looks amazing. So that's it, guys. This is how I edit my photos on the iPad, and I really love editing my photos on the iPad. I actually use the iPad as my main editing machine. I personally feel more creative when I'm editing on the iPad instead of the PC because, as I said, editing on the computer feels more like a 9 to 5 and I don't like that. So in the past few months, I've actually only been using the iPad as my main editing machine, at least for the photos. For the videos, it's not so good. It can't process 4K video, and there's a lot of apps like Final Cut, DaVinci Resolve for the iPad. But sadly, the M1 chip isn't enough to render multiple 4K streams. But there's rumors of a new iPad coming out with the M3 chip, and hopefully that'll be much faster. So maybe with that one, I'll completely switch to editing on the iPad. Because to be honest, editing on the iPad is just amazing. It feels so natural, and it feels like it's been made to do this. So that was it. If this video is helpful to you, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more tech content coming soon. And with that said, I'll see you in the next one.